Nung una ko nakita si Klay Thompson nung interview niya, nung press conference, ang weird niya makita na wearing the Mavs uniform. Kasi
Mavs.
di ba, sobrang nasanay ako na nakikita siya in Golden State uniform na.
Yellow and blue.
Oo, pag ngayon ang suot niya na is
Blue and white.
Blue and white, di ba? Ang weird.
Yeah.
Tingin nyo ba, malaki ba yung magiging impact nun sa Golden State or Dallas Mavericks?
Ako, hindi kasi ako ganun ka-updated ngayon sa NBA pa. But about this Klay Thompson trade, kasi I think we have to admit here na Klay is no longer, the same player as he was before that, major injury. Yes, there are some, let's say, positives, but about the overall impact of, like helping the Mavs to championships, I don't think so. And when it comes to Golden State, parang part pa rin sila ng rebuilding process at this point. I know it's hard to hear that for some GSW fans. Pero that's how I feel about this roster. Parang akala ko nga magre-retire silang tatlo in the end kung magkakasama. Yeah, pero of course, business decision, and it's also Clay's decision, personal decision. Hindi niya inalaw na mag-intervene si Dre and si Steph about this decision. So gusto niya talaga to. Yeah, I'm just happy for this guy.
Like with Kyrie's entrance sa Dallas Mavericks, kung silang tatlo yung mag-gel or let's say maging magandang
yung chemistry nila.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Thank you. Chemistry nila. I guess we can work on it. What I mean is they can work on it. Ano kasama ako doon? They can work on it.
Sounds like a fan.
Player ka rin.
Sounds like a fan. At tingin ko muna, let's see kung makapunta muna sila sa playoffs. Kasi 'di ba, doon naman talaga yan sa playoffs na magkakaalaman yan
nung si Kyrie ang pangit ng laro during nung finals, 'di ba? Hindi maganda yung laro talaga ni Kyrie that time. But with the addition of Klay Thompson, medyo nag-thin out yung bench nila ngayon compared to last season. But I think mas nagkaroon sila ng firepower in terms of hindi lang si Luka ang gagawa every time. For Golden State naman, yun, kasi kahapon nanonood ako ng preseason games. Nanalo naman ng Golden State. And
buzzer beater.
Oo. Yun lang, ang weird lang makita ni Steph, siguro because it's just a preseason game, parang naubos yung 3-point shooting niya from Olympics kasi puro sablay lahat ng tira niya yung trade from Klay to Buddy Hield. It's actually an upgrade on the offensive side. Pero kasi yung si Klay, kahit sinasabi nila na parang bad defender na daw si Klay ngayon, parang hindi naman, it's nothing like that. Okay pa rin naman, good defender pa rin si Klay. Pero hindi lang siya kasing yung standard kasi ng defensive capabilities na pinapakita ni Klay before nung peak niya, before yung injuries. High level kasi talaga. Tapos after injury, parang nag-decrease yung level of defense niya. Kaya parang ang pangit na tuloy ng defense niya. But he's still a good defender. Pero in terms of offense, sobrang pangit kasi ang efficiency ni Klay last year. Tapos ang pinalit nila si Buddy Hield. It's a good trade, I would say. But let's go to the Lakers kasi ito yung isa pang malaking story regarding NBA.
Alright.
Si Bronny na nasa Lakers na. Actually,
hindi ako Lakers I came across with a post na si Golden State muntik na kunin si Bronny.
Nakita ko rin yan. Yeah.
Alright, si Bronny. So, due to respect to LeBron, syempre gusto nila makakasama na din yung anak niya. So, si Lakers ang kumuha nun. Well, I guess the number won't lie The performance won't lie. Nag-ano pa siya? High school lang ba siya? High school lang, I believe college ba siya?
1 year yata or 2 years.
1 year. And then, going into this season, hindi siya as explosive as his father. So, I believe parang talagang si Lebron na lang talaga yung nagsasabi na talagang, dapat kailangan to, nandito yung anak ko. Pero kasi talaga kailangan ni Bronny ng siguro isang game para patunayan yung sarili niya. So for me, he needs to take one game at a time. Pag mag-step siya sa floor, he needs to contribute. Meron akong highlight na nakita na magaling din siya mag-block eh. So he could
Yung unang
focus on that.
preseason game ng
Yeah.
Lakers, meron siyang chase down block yata.
Chase down block. And then I don't know, kasi late niya no? Hindi siya nagmana sa height ni
6'3", 6'2", 6'3".
Oo, tapos ang laro niya, more on like, parang sa tatay niya, which is parang small forward, ganyan. So I believe he needs to work on, I'm not really an expert, but as far as how he can contribute and bring success to Lakers, I guess it's need on shooting, siguro 3 points. Parang yun ang wala sa Lakers lately I don't know.
Yep, shooting.
And then more on defensive. Yan.
Issue nila yung shooting.
Huwag niyo munang huwag muna siyang magpaano kay Lebron kasi si Lebron is Lebron.
Like what most analysts said, it depends on the performance of AD. So kasi LeBron is given, we don't know what kind of AD what kind of AD will play for the next season. So I hope like mag-dominate siya because we want good games sa future, 'di ba? We want Lakers there to add some spice sa playoffs. Kasi dito sa Philippines, it's really not our first time to see father and son. Kasi I believe nagpang-abot din dati si Jaworski tsaka yung anak niya si Dudut Jaworski dito. Sa tingin ko both sila magbe-benefit kasi I mean you'd be inspired to your father, and of course lalo na kay LeBron. Lalo na ako, hindi pa ako tatay, pero alam ko kung sakali man maging tatay ako, isa sa mga gusto nilang ma-feel is yung they look cool in front of their kids. There's his son, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna inspire him for sure. You don't wanna be like, let's say, look embarrassed or mukhang tanga sa harap ng mga loved ones mo, parang ganyan. About this issue or people questioning of him being let's say a nepo baby sa NBA. Like, come on, parang trick question ba yan? Alam naman nating yes, he is. But we want him there. Sa Golden State, di ko pa kasi masabi. But for Lakers, with AD being healthy, I think they can still finish top 4. Sa West.
Fantastic.
Bold prediction yun
Yeah. So, regarding the Lakers, about nepotism, well, ganoon naman talaga. Even, so for example, let's say si Michael Jordan, yung anak niya, talagang pinursu yung basketball career, nagpa-draft sa NBA. Malamang kukunin ng team ang anak ni Jordan. Kasi anak ni Jordan, right? In terms of in terms of Bronny, ganoon talaga. Especially nandiyan pa si LeBron sa league ngayon, hindi pa siya retired. Open naman si LeBron kahit before na gusto niya talagang makashare ng NBA court ang isa sa mga anak niya. It's one of his dreams, and out of respect talaga kay LeBron, malamang kukunin niya kung nasang team man siya. So, yun nga lang, the only thing that I can say about Bronny, hindi kasi siya high value recruit nung nag-join siya sa NBA draft. Parang 4-star or 3-star recruit lang yata siya kasi ang pangit din ng performance. In terms of standing, I would say na 6. Worst is play-in, tapos optimistically I would say Lakers will be at number 6 or 7. Not really 4 kasi parang mataas masyado yung 4. Kasi nandiyan pa yung, kasi isipin mo sa West, andyan yung Denver, andyan yung Minnesota, andyan din yung Dallas, Timberwolves, Denver, Grizzlies, kasi babalik na si Ja Morant, diba? From injury.
Yeah.
Yung Sacramento Kings pa, right? So,
magaling din yan.
Stack pa rin yung, paano pag nag-step up pa si Wembanyama sa Spurs? So, malamang, makakuha pa ng mataas na seeding ang Spurs. So, parang ang labo na nasa 4th si Lakers.
Na-mention mo nga Sid, Ja Morant. Iba si Ja Morant eh. That guy is unpredictable. Ito
Oo.
yung type ng player na panira ng prediction. The guy can go supernova. Parang ganun ang dating niya sa akin. So, yun. So, more on ano lang din sa kanya sa behavior. I hope, he's more of a professional right now, unlike before.
Maturity.
So,
Kailangan niya ng
ayun.
maturity.
Yeah.
So,
Pero sa tingin mo, Boston, Tom, ang
Yeah,
makaka-repeat.
Boston ka pa
Yes.
rin.
Kasi at tingin ko Jaylen Brown tsaka si Jason Tatum. Pag off si Tatum, okay si Brown. Pag off si Brown, okay si Tatum. Parang tapos
Okay.
andun pa rin si Al Horford. Nag-retire na ba yun? Hindi pa. Andun pa rin sila, no? Intact pa rin sila.
Andun pa rin.
Sa tingin ko, they can repeat. Not unless kung maging maganda ulit yung laro ng Denver Nuggets.
Oo, tapos andun pa si ano pangalan? Si Derrick White? Ba? Tama ba?
Yeah, Derrick White. Yes.
Yung kasama rin
Parang
sa
six
Olympics.
man nila yun eh.
Ang ganda ng laro ni Derrick White nung Olympics sa USA Men's Basketball. Parang sobrang elite ng defense niya. Yun yung maganda sa Boston yung defense din nila eh. I would still bet on Boston taking the champion. Pero medyo gumaganda yung talent pool ng East ngayon. Kasi hindi pa natin napag-uusapan si Giannis and
Giannis.
Dame, 'di ba? Kasi first year nila last year na together. Tapos may mga injury issue. Ang problema ko lang yung coach nila si Doc Rivers. Kasi generational choke coach,
Kaya nga eh. Meron siyang curse.
Si Doc Rivers.
May curse doon eh.
Pero of course, syempre, malamang after like a year, mawo-work on na nila yung chemistry nila noon, most probably. And then tapos, ito pa, yung New York, after several decades of sucking ass, ang ganda na ng
New York
nila ngayon. Sobrang interesting kasi nung pinapanood ko yung playoffs, wala pa nun si Mikal Bridges, wala pa nun si Karl Anthony Towns sa sa team nila. Ang ganda ng laro ng parang underdog sila pero they're a team that you will really cheer on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be mad kung New York ang mag-number 1 sa East ngayon kasi
ako din eh.
I want it for Tibbs. He's been around for years na, si Tibbs, Coach Tibbs. And his philosophy in basketball, I'm also a fan of that.
Defense.
Yung physical, Kasi medyo old school ako. I'm not really a fan of teams jacking up 3-point shots. Kasi evident naman, yes, it's effective sa regular season, first round, but pagdating ng playoffs, close game, you see those shots missing. Pero last season, and maybe this season as well, medyo maging mind-opening siya sa akin kasi we see how effective it is sa OKC, even sa Boston. Kasi Boston, it's a versatile team eh. Kasi they can jack up threes, but at the same time, they have, people who can penetrate eh.
Yun lang ang nagiging issue ko sa NBA is yung parity ng NBA ngayon na parang nagiging for some other fans nagiging boring na. Iba pa rin kasi talaga yung may dynasty, di ba, na ewan ko yung dynamic ng may dynasty na nagdo-dominate sa league compared sa ngayon na may parity. Parity is good, of course, kasi hindi mo, yung unpredictability ng league is hindi mo talaga alam. Pero iba pa rin kasi yung merong isang team na nagdo-dominate ng league, tapos all of the teams will go against that. Parang one versus many, di ba? Tapos yung mga NBA fans, there's a team to hate basically. Dahil nga sa nila. Dahil sa dynasty ngayon. Pero right now wala kasing dynasty. So parang ending, since iba-ibang team yung napupunta sa finals, parang nagiging boring na sa ibang NBA fans.
Yeah, for me, I like the way it is now. Pero nagets ko yung point mo. 'Di ba? Kung narinig ka ng mga kapitalista ngayon I told you, sasabihin ng mga kapitalista. That's why we pour it in one market lang muna 'di ba? Parang mga ganun like Lakers yan. But of course, sa popularity impacted siya, I believe, kasi unlike before na although nandiyan pa rin naman yung Lakers like tsaka Boston, pero ano nga yung of course yung revenue naman ng NBA yan so for me hindi ako apektado pero ayun I like it the way it is now.
Alright.
Hindi kasi actually ang may mga fans na vocal about it na parang ang boring na ng NBA Finals kasi 'di ba talaga dati tinututukan talaga yung NBA Finals ng maraming tao. Ngayon parang ang baba na ng ratings ng NBA Finals last year and also the previous year. Parang ang nangyari after nung bubble, sobrang naging steep yung decline ng viewers ng playoffs, ng viewers ng NBA Finals. Parang nag-decline ng malupit. But let's see. Sa akin ang take ko dyan just to have more excitement sa league siguro. Let's see kung magkakaroon ng bagong dynasty.